Have you ever wondered what would happen if we threw Natsu from Fairy Tail into the world of One Piece? Yeah, I know what you're thinking. He'd be seasick the entire time. Given that One Piece is all about ships and pirates, and Natsu can barely step foot on a boat without feeling like he's about to hurl flames, he'd probably avoid the ocean like the plague. But that's not the point here. What I'm trying to say is, what if we had a world just as interesting and detailed as One Piece, but with a protagonist who's basically Natsu's long-lost twin, right down to saying his most famous line? Oh, and let's not forget dragon powers. Yep, it's real. And the manga I'm talking about is none other than Galaxias. Now, I've been dodging this manga for a while. I had high hopes and was waiting for it to get at least 5 chapters in before I started hyping it up. And now that I've finally read it, I can safely say, this manga is here to slay. The world building is actually super detailed. It'll pull you in, making you want to explore every corner of this universe. The power system? Chef's kiss. We get introduced to it right in the first few pages, and it's something fresh. It's unique, something we haven't seen before, and I have a feeling there's more to come, maybe even a second power system down the road. Just a hunch. We also meet new races, and I wouldn't be surprised if there were even more lurking in the far corners of this vast world. Similar to One Piece, the world has a government pulling the strings. Oh, and did I mention, this manga has a little fairy tale flair? Just like how Lucy is technically the main character in Fairy Tail, Galaxias does the same thing. The story focuses on Gio, our main protagonist, but don't worry, the boys definitely steal the show. Now, let's get into the story, shall we? If you don't mind some spoilers, stick around for the rest of the video. Gio, a girl living on a small island in the Laniakea Kingdom with her father, is our main protagonist. Gio is human, but her father is a dragonfolk. Yes, folks, this is the new race I mentioned. Dragonfolk are like humans, except they've got a dragon tail, special abilities, and buff bodies. Right now, dragonfolk are rare, and most are either part of the government or want to be. Gio is a cheerful, book-loving girl who dreams of leaving the island to travel the world, solving mysteries along the way, and writing them all in her journal. Just like her hero, Yuri, folks. Yup, you heard me, Yuri. Now, get your mind out of the gutter. Her father is totally against her leaving the island, and just like any rebellious kid, Gio avoids that conversation like it's a math test. One day, while fishing, Gio gets a big bite and thinks, finally, something huge. But when she reels it in, she finds our other protagonist on the other end of the stick, Nareid. He tells her that he's on a journey because one day he woke up with no memory of the world, so he decided to explore and write it all down in his journal. Sounds familiar, right? Gio tells him about her dream of traveling and how her dad is super against it. By the end of their chat, Gio gives Nareid his name, naming him after a character from her favorite book written by none other than Yuri Holst. After that, Nareid heads off, and Gio returns home, only to find her father badly injured, crystals growing out of his face and body like he's auditioning for a rock garden. Enter Yerkes, one of the government's dragon knights, who declares in a very dramatic, I'm the boss tone, I'm here to execute you for treason, daughter of the world's greatest adventurer, Yuri Holst. Yep, turns out Gio is Yuri's daughter, and her father hid it to protect her. All those rules about staying on the island? Just his way of keeping her safe. Oh, and the dragonfolk raising her? Not her real dad, just a friend of Yuri's. Basically, Gio's father, Yuri, is considered a traitor by the government, and as a result, they've ordered the execution of his entire lineage. Gio fights back bravely, but she's only human. Just as she's about to bite the dust, Nareid swoops in to save her. And surprise, Nareid is also a dragonfolk, and we get a dragon-on-dragon showdown. The fight panels? Insane. With his insane dragon powers, Nareid easily defeats Yerkes and then asks Gio if she wants to join him on his journey. That's just the first chapter, folks. The rest is for you to discover. It would be much better if you read rest of the manga by yourself. Once again, Nareid really reminds me of Natsu, and the world building feels like One Piece. It's something we've been needing for a while. If you liked the video, don't forget to hit that like button with whatever appendage you prefer, and subscribe for more. I'll be back with another video soon. Well then, see ya!